guys? Welcome back to the Rambling Gambling Show podcast. I'm Weaves, joined by Crater and Gare Bear. I got a full slate on the schedule today. Start with some recap of the NCAA championship. Crater was actually in Chapel Hill for that, so we've got a little story time there. A little Masters recap, touching base on the NBA playoffs that are in full swing, and then a little NFL draft preview. It's coming up in 2 weeks. We're not going to get too deep into it today, just kind of going to hit some needs of the Eagles, the Pats, and the Panthers. Crater, I know you're going to talk about, what's his name, Malik Willis, the quarterback you're going to draft first round.
Of course.
So I'm excited to hear about that. Let's start off kind of time traveling back. NCAA championship game, UNC and Kansas. UNC's up by 15 at halftime. Crater, how are the vibes in Chapel Hill?
Halftime. Well, I'll start by saying I just went to the Dean Dome to watch the game with like other fans because it was free there. Yeah, halftime, dude, the vibes were incredible. The place was rocking, everybody's up, everybody's conversating, having a great time. It almost, I don't know, there was a little eerie feeling I could still feel though, because once that second half started and Kansas kind of just took over the game, the place deflated pretty quickly. People were looking nervous. Yeah, and then Caleb Love comes up, airballs the three. Well, I think he touched the front of the rim with it, but misses that. Yeah, we lose. Place goes dead. Very sad all around.
I gotta say, Crater, you and Weaves actually went to Georgia and watched them lose to Alabama a couple years ago. So, was it kind of a similar vibe to that? I mean,
I will say, in a sense, but not even close. Georgia deflated so fast. It was kind of like it was insane how everything just died right when they lost, right, Weaves?
Yeah, well, UNC kind of won their championship game the week before. Them beating had they cared about. So whenever you were leaving the Dean Dome, were people still kind of like, yeah, we lost, but we still beat Duke? Absolutely.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they were walking out. There's a lot of fuck Coach K's going around. I don't know. Nobody seemed that upset. Like there were still people out and about at the bars versus when we were in Georgia. I mean, I'm serious. The place died. Everyone left. So yeah, there was still some camaraderie, between the students and fans, and yeah, decent vibes.
Do you think you're a mush?
I'm starting to question that. Yeah, 2-0 on being
0-2
or 0-2. Yeah, 2-0 for mushes. 2-0 for mushing.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, like I said, being on campus during a national championship game, watching the game, I don't know, man. It's
pretty crazy. Well, and it kind of sucks for Kansas too. I want to go back to what you said, Weaves. I mean, the championship game was the week before, or the game before, and Kansas is like they won the championship, but nobody really cares about that, in my opinion. At least around here, we're all from Carolina. I live in Raleigh, work in Durham. Dude, everybody is just okay with it, and nobody even really I was already kind of having premonitions about 30 for 30s about UNC making this crazy run as an 8 seed, and then beating Duke, and everybody being like, no one ever thought they would beat Duke, kind of like they do for the Christian Laettner team. But yeah, that's what sucks for Kansas, I think.
Yeah, but I think overall, still, anytime you can have Duke and UNC in the Final Four, it's going to make for a great Final Four, and then still a great national championship game with two old school blue bloods with Kansas and UNC kind of going off against each other.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, ended Coach K's career, beat him twice. That's really all we got to say.
Yeah, you guys are gonna ride on that for a while until John Shire comes and beats you guys. That's okay.
I mean, no, I don't know. Fuck Coach K.
You guys remember I said a couple weeks ago that he might not retire?
Mm.
Is there a chance? Is there a chance that he comes back?
We've been over this.
Yeah, we have, dude. I think you're just too used to what Tom Brady does. You're too big of a Brady boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Brady boy.
Thanks. Nice. I appreciate that. All right. Switching gears to the Masters. Scotty Scheffler, 25-year-old stud, new #1 golfer in the world, getting hot kind of out of nowhere, dominating the Masters weekend, was in the lead the entire time. Hell,
Yep.
double bogeyed 18 and still won by 3 shots.
He 4-putted on 18. It was insane.
Which that's the most human thing possible. It's like he's up big. He's like stressing, shaking a little bit. Just got to tap it in.
Tap it in. Yeah, he had some nerves going right then, dude. And Rory shot a 64 on Sunday. So, I mean, he was fired up, dude.
I was going to say.
I thought Rory was about to make a comeback, dude, honestly.
No one plays better golf than Rory when he's, has no chance to win.
I know. That's a good take, dude, honestly. Roy's one of my favorites, man. I love that dude. But, yeah, Scotty, dude, he's a stud, like you said. A lot of people were saying him and Zalatoris are now the new, Spieth and Thomas, which is cool. I mean, I like those guys. And I don't know what Spieth was doing out there, dude, but he looked lost the whole time. I mean, his swing, have you seen how, much he's changed his swing just over the course of, this season? I mean, it's crazy. He's, going way more slow tempo on the drive. It's kind of wild. But it just kind of speaks to, the mental game of golf, dude, for regular guys like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get freaking mad, but imagine what these guys are going through. All the pressure they're putting on themselves.
Yeah, that Cameron Smith guy, I thought he was going to break a club at one point. He was he was getting so mad, dude. He slammed several clubs a few times.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
he had that triple bogey on 12, which he kind of was making a little bit of a run too, and 12 got the best of him.
Yeah, he was hanging around there, dude. He was kind of hanging around there at the last Masters as well. He was kind of, I don't remember what he finished exactly, but I know he was hanging around with Schauffele and Hideki for a little bit. I like Cameron Smith too, man. And he's who's the other guy? Who's the guy that's real famous for the outburst? Is it Horschel? Billy Horschel? Is that the guy I'm thinking of?
Who freaks out?
Yeah, he gets real mad and just yells expletives left and right all the time on tour.
Oh, I thought that was Sergio. I thought Sergio got really mad. Or Ian.
He probably does too.
I said, or Ian Poulter. I feel like that's the guy who gets mad.
Poulter's electric, bro. I love Poulter in the Ryder Cup, man. There's nothing better than him and his big ass eyes, dude. It's amazing, picturesque every time. Also, speaking of terrible rounds, what about DeChambeau?
Terrible.
Yeah,
embarrassing.
Plus 12.
At one point, I saw a picture of him at plus 20, and I'm sure everybody's seen the video of him counting his score, trying to figure it out. I'm like, dude, I've been there. Just not on TV.
But yeah, what about Tom?
Golf is more skill than just ripping dingers.
Yeah, but he said, to be fair, he came out and said that the par was lower for him because he hits so much farther than everybody. It's one of the most arrogant things you could ever say.
He's such a douche, dude.
I know. He's so douchey. By the way, are y'all team Bryson or Brooksy?
Brooks all day.
Brooks.
Bro, he fucked me this week too because he played like shit.
Yeah, he was nothing to talk about.
I had him and Spieth in one of my pools and stuff, and both of them didn't make the cut, which is great.
Yeah, that's why I never do those master pools, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into it one year. I will say though, the big thing we haven't talked about yet is Tiger. Tiger Woods coming out there the first day shooting a 1-under, man. Giving people the feeling that you were getting at the Dean Dome, except in the opposite sense, where it's he could do it again. You know
right.
You kind of feel it in your stomach a little bit. I was that guy. I'm not gonna lie. I was down in Savannah. I was happy about it for a little bit. Did you think he was gonna make a run, Weaves?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, after day one. Just anytime that he's in the mix, if he's within 6 shots, I'm just hoping that some of that old magic comes back. Watching him on Sunday sucked though. Seeing him shoot that poorly on Sunday, and he was hobbling around.
I know.
He was
he looked like he was hurting.
It was tough to see, but the fact that we were just talking about Brooks, we were just talking about Bryson, Spieth, they didn't even make the fucking cut.
I know.
And we got this dude who's 46 years old, coming off a car accident where for a second they thought they might have to amputate his leg.
There you go. There you go.
There it is.
And he still comes out here and makes the cut at the Masters. Like, that's incredible in itself. Seeing him out there just makes golf more fun.
For sure.
That's of like nostalgia. And the fact that he won this tournament 3 years ago, like, it's not crazy that he can't do it again. It's unlikely.
I would like to say last show I mentioned that he was coming back and you guys just laughed at me.
You might need to put that in. I remember laughing at you, but
I don't know about the laughing thing. I think you're exaggerating.
Okay.
That's a reach, dude. I don't know. We'll go back because it's on camera, but
It is.
Yeah, this is also on camera.
Pull the staff department
up. Speaking of golf, dude, Crater, you are getting back into the sport. I hear.
I am.
Yeah.
I've played a few rounds, been hitting the driving range. Weebs, I still have that driver. I'm going to give it back to you. I do not want it. Thank you. Thank you, though.
Got to know about this. What happened?
Well, I mean, he was just letting me like try it out, and if I liked it, I think he's gonna sell it, maybe give it to me. I don't know, maybe sell it, but I don't want it.
What he wasn't gonna do?
What?
So he was gonna sell it to you. He wasn't gonna give it to you.
No, but I tried it out at the driving range, just embarrassed myself in front of a bunch of other people that were also embarrassing themselves. It's a good feeling, like now that it's early and like getting warm, everybody's getting out there. Everybody's just getting pissed off, but at the same time, it's like, it's early. We can have this time to be shitty getting back out there. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad that you're getting back into it. I would say that Weaves is probably the best golfer of our friend group that I've played with, at least. Just to give everybody kind of a heads up and a little timeline here, we have a big golf trip planned for the weekend of Labor Day, where we are going to do our fantasy draft as well. Dependent on what is it, best ball? We're gonna play best ball down there, Weeds. You're kind of the mastermind behind this, so
we're depending on how many guys want to play multiple days. Gonna try to do a little like Ryder Cup format as far as different matches depending on the rounds that we're playing. So yes, definitely some match play, definitely some best ball. Got to make it some stressful on that last round. Last 4 holes. Want the juices to be flowing a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, yeah, I don't care about money, but there's one thing I don't play with, and that is my fantasy football, dude. And y'all know that. So I like, this is gonna be serious. I'm training. I might take a lesson, dude. Honestly, I'm not that great either.
Bryce taking lessons. Heard that this weekend.
Who?
Yeah, Brian told me he was taking lessons, but
Bryce?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna come out there and dude, he's gonna have something nasty. Now, funny story about Bryce's dad. In fact, he is really good at golf. Apparently, Colby Henderson, good friend of ours from Statesville as well. He works at Trump International Golf Course in Lake Norman, and Bryce's dad is a member there, dude. And this guy has apparently like hit multiple hole-in-ones, so I could foresee Bryce being on that same track as well if he gets a couple good lessons. Because Grayson's also said he's really good. I haven't played with him before. I don't know if you guys have any background.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad. He's pretty good. I was more at the lessons. Who needs lessons?
I would take.
Yeah, dude, I would definitely take him too. I need someone to tell me what's wrong. I definitely have a hitch in my swing, and I would love for someone to tell me how to fix it. But I'm definitely afraid of trying to do it by myself and looking like Bryson this weekend and just fucking everything up.
Well, dude, I think the last time we played, you shot like an 84, which is pretty freaking good for like a guy who semi-golfs.
Yeah, and I would take that every time. But
yeah, I know. That's like nothing to be mad about, I think if our friend group can shoot in the 80s, then they're doing pretty good, because a lot of our guys are true like 100 plus and 90 plus guys. Like Garrett Scott's probably like an 80s guy, borderline 90s. I would say that I'm like probably like a low 90s guy most of the time. I can get down into the 80s sometimes, but I'll mess up a lot. Grayson could be good if he wouldn't just try to hit the thing 400 yards. You know what I mean? But
hey, Crater's creeping back down. He's gonna be a 80s 90s guy here soon.
Yeah, this man. What did you say you hit? You said you hit a something pitching wedge, like 165 or something.
I
like
did.
That?
I fucking clobbered that ball, dude. Broke the wedge on the next shot though.
You alive, boy.
Weeb's a witness.
Yeah.
Wow. Weeb's a witness.
All right, jumping in. Next thing, NBA playoffs. Have you guys watched much NBA this year or no?
Not really.
No.
Yeah, so we're spending about 2 seconds on this because I know Garrett wants to get to the NFL draft stuff. Suns and Bucks are the favorites again this year. The Celtics have been hot to end out the season. Obviously, I'm big on them. We did lose our big guy, but he might be coming back at the end of the first round, but they got the Nets round 1. So
Yeah.
Celtics round 1. It's going to be fun. I fucking hate Kyrie Irving. Kevin Durant's, I think, the best player on the planet. So it's going to be fun. Sneaky team to keep your eye on.
That's in 4.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Sneaky team to keep your eye on. The Warriors. The Warriors with, they're, I think, the 3 seed in the West.
Yeah.
But, like, they haven't had their guys play together all year with Steph, Clay, Draymond. Like, who knows? They all get hot. They've all been there before. They know how to win. I can see them sneaking out of the West, but obviously Suns are the odds-on favorite in the West, and then the Bucks are the odds-on favorite in the East. I don't know. I like the NBA playoffs. I don't watch the season really that much, but the playoffs are fun. Hockey playoffs, couldn't tell you shit about them either, but I do like watching them, these early summer nights.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same, dude. I like watching hockey playoffs. I did it last year for the first time, actually, and I got really into it because the Canes went kind of far,
Yeah.
I think they lost to Tampa Bay. But yeah, so play-in tournaments. We got the Clippers and Pelicans. And
Yeah.
that's for the West. Then the East, we have the Cavs and the Hawks. Who you guys taking?
I would say Hawks.
Taking the Hawks.
Yeah, definitely. Probably Pelicans. I like the Pelicans.
You like the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I saw someone tweeting about that earlier today, so that's why.
Yeah.
The Hawks have been weird all year. I mean, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, so obviously they're talented. They're young. They got a good group of core guys, but they've been shitty all year. Like they just don't. They don't win games that they should win.
Yeah.
The Cavs got beat by Brooklyn the other night. They looked good. They kept the game close when Brooklyn was obviously beating the brakes off of them most of the game, but they came back late. They were within 7 in the fourth quarter. So I like the Cavs. They're feisty. They care. They give a shit. I like them to win against the Hawks. The other game, the Clippers, I like playoff P. Kawhi, don't know if he's going to fucking play. He doesn't play at all anymore. So I'll probably take the Pelicans too.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Clippers, honestly. It is sad to not see Kawhi playing anymore, dude. Kawhi is nasty. I've always loved watching him play, and he never says anything. That's my favorite part about him. And I'm going to actually go with the Hawks as well because I like Trae Young. I think he's a baller. And like you said, they're a good young core group of guys there. But that's all I have for the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's more than I thought we were going to have on that. So, hell yeah. All right. Let's just go in order of our team's round 1 draft position. So, obviously, Crater, being the Panthers fan that you are the 5th pick. Is that what you guys have?
6th.
6th, excuse me.
Yeah.
Are you guys going QB? That's what I've seen everywhere.
So it's kind of looking that way. I personally want Malik Willis. I put a blog out about that if anybody wants to read it. I like him. They're talking a lot more about Kenny Pickett because of his roots with Rule, and there's a connection with Tepper as well. So there's a chance that they might be going strong after Kenny Pickett. But I don't know. A lot of Panthers Twitter really just wants to get a left tackle, which I think it's not a bad move, but then we're going to be stuck with Sammy D.
I think we probably speak for all of our teams. Offensive line is probably number 1 on the list of all of our needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But O-line's not the most fun to talk about. So we can just assume that all of our teams need an offensive tackle and probably an offensive guard too.
Yeah.
And one of the sides.
I don't
But
know, dude. The Eagles actually have a pretty solid line going right now. If everybody's healthy, dude, we picked up a big lineman from, I think it was Alabama in the first round last year, who's been pretty good for us. And we've got some other good linemen. I think that we have I can't remember their names. But like you said, lineman's not that fun to talk about. Actually, that's the first need that we have is defensive end. I just want to touch on this real quick, Crater, before you continue. Thank you for Hassan Reddick. That was a huge pickup for us, and we will gladly be using his services in Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, enjoy him. He's a hell of a player. I knew he was going to play his way out of our pay range for him. So,
right.
Congrats. Happy for
So
you.
is that a need for you guys on defense? Is the defensive line now?
No, it's not pressing like other positions. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but yeah, I don't think that's not our focal point. It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely quarterback. Because otherwise we're gonna have Sam Darnold. I can't have that another year. Can't do it. That's if we don't get the quarterback. That's what I've been saying. I'm gonna probably pull for the old Buffalo next season. Might just take a season off.
We talk about that. You've mentioned that 50 times now.
Yep.
When are you going to force yourself to make that decision? Is
After
it
the
at
draft.
day after day one of the draft?
Might be. Well, yeah, we need to get at least 2 rounds in.
No, I say you have to make that after the first round pick, or that you can't do it this year.
And it has to be a full commitment. Like, I'm not saying like burn a jersey or anything, but I need to see every kind of Panther thing deleted off your socials.
It'll all be Bills Mafia. I'll switch it all.
Yeah,
All right.
Wait a minute. I actually don't want that, bro.
You don't want that?
I do not want that for you, bro, because I remember the couple years that the Panthers were good, you were the biggest dickhead that I knew in the world about it. You were worse than Weaves as a Patriots fan, dude.
Oh, no chance. No
Yes.
chance. Nothing worse than a Pats fan.
You used to talk shit on
Except
my
Eagles fans.
time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why not?
Well, I think everybody can agree that the Cowboys fans are the worst.
They're bad. They're bad.
Right? They're horrible. Neutral party. Okay.
All right.
You should be like a Titans fan. Titans needs a fan.
Why not Bills? What's wrong with the Bills?
You have no connection to the Bills, dude. The Titans are Tennessee, Nashville, like, you know.
You just like chicken
somebody
wings, the Buffalo.
Huh?
You just like chicken wings.
I love buffalo wings. I love drinking beer aggressively.
Smashing tables.
Smash tables. It's been a while. I might have to jump through a table this year if this is what happens.
You love smashing drywall and not painting it.
Oh. I painted my room.
No. Oh my God, dude.
I didn't actually paint my room.
All right, what else do you need in Carolina, bro?
Quarterback in line. Yeah, that's pretty much. They might go for a linebacker. We could use that, but like, yeah, that's really the only thing I've put any effort into is trying to push the narrative to get a quarterback.
How many years you that rule?
After, wait, what?
How many more years giving Matt Rule to turn it around?
Oh, I think he's got 1 year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, we'll see. But I think grabbing a quarterback gives him an extra year, maybe, if he does draft like Malik or Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, because then what's a successful year? If you guys keep Darnold, is winning 6 games and an upgrade?
No, not enough to matter.
If you keep Sam, how many games do you have to win to be considered a successful season?
Yeah.
Dude, we got to get to the playoffs, man.
Okay, so 9-10.
Yeah.
What about with a rookie? With a rookie QB, how many games do you have to win for it to be a successful season?
I'd say just under that, if not the same. Honestly.
Bullshit. And you win 5, you're gonna be happy.
Not with the coach?
If you draft Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett and you guys go 6-12, you're gonna be like, hell, we're on the up and up.
Well, I'll feel that way, but I still don't think Matt Rule will last. I think he's got to be successful now because he's had 4 years now.
In 4 years, dude.
3 years. He's got a 7-year contract, is what he
Oh,
signed.
it's his second
He's got
year.
ties to Tepper though, doesn't he? Is that why he got the job?
There's a lot of fucking Temple and
Yeah.
Tepper and all these behind the books connections that everybody has.
Or 2 years. This will be his third year.
God, it feels like an eternity.
Yeah, 5-11, and then 5-12 last 2 years.
Holy
So
shit.
he got worse. He lost one more game.
At least you don't have a lawyer who's making your draft picks for you, dude.
What's that?
But at least you don't have a lawyer making draft picks for you, dude. That's what we got in Philly.
Yeah.
And when you have that, you end up with Jalen Hurts and Jalen Rager.
Jalen Hurts is good for you right now. I wouldn't.
Are we moving to Philly time? Is it Philly time?
What'd you say?
How many first round picks do you guys have, Garrett? 3?
We
2?
had 3. So we traded. Actually, I got to look that trade up real quick. Maybe you could pull that up real quick, Weaves. But I know we got rid of at least one of our first round picks this year. And we basically moved up from like 18 to 16 or something like that. But we got another first round pick next year, and I think we got a second round pick this year. I'm not sure, but it worked out good for us. We got quite a few picks, and we tend to do that. We trade down picks like each year. It's kind of just like, I guess, investing in stock type thing for us, and it works out great. You know, I really thought we were going to use one of those picks to go for a wide receiver in the offseason, because, you know, how many wide receivers did you see get shuffled around this year? And I mean wide receivers that are legit, like top 25 fantasy wide receivers. And we missed out on all of them, dude, on every single one of them, man. Like, we were about to sign Calvin Ridley the day before he got in trouble for gambling. I hope you know that. I don't know if y'all heard about that. I tweeted about it earlier whenever it did happen. So, I mean, better before. Better he gets busted before than after when we've already signed him. Missed out on, like, Allen Robinson and Robert Woods, Christian Kirk. I was kind of hoping we were going to get Christian Kirk as like a deep threat guy, or Allen Robinson. I really wanted to have like a possession receiver. So if you couldn't tell, for me, wide receiver is the number one most important position for the Philadelphia Eagles right now, just because we do not have a true number one wide receiver. Devontae Smith could potentially be a true number one wide receiver if he was 4 inches taller and, 30, 40 pounds heavier. I don't know, actually. He might be like really small. Yeah, he's really small, isn't he?
Mm.
He's like,
hey,
really
I got the perfect guy for you. I'll send back your way. Nelson Aguilar.
Nelson Aguilar?
Yep.
Appreciate that. Now he's dropping balls for y'all.
Dude, all-time clip, the guy at the fire, where he's talking about
like Aguilar.
Yeah. He said, I called him unlike Aguilar.
Just like to point that out.
all-time video.
I know. I'm glad you got that reference there. But instead of all that, dude, instead of all this calamity, Odell Beckham Jr. could have signed him. He was a free agent for quite a while. There was a couple guys. Who else? Juju Smith-Schuster gone, like, goes from Pittsburgh, and the reason is because nobody wants to play in Philadelphia, dude. It is Nazi Germany out there with Howie Roseman, man. I'm telling you, people don't.
Fans.
The fans are bad. I know. I'm one of them. Ask Weaves. We watched the Super Bowl years ago, and we beat the shit out of them. Sorry. My bad, dude. Sorry. I know. But yeah, so that for me, instead of all that, we signed Zach Pascal, who, is a basically huge unproven wide receiver that has been on everybody's fantasy waivers. I think he's on usually 80 or 90% of fantasy waivers. And we signed him to a 1-year deal, I don't know what that's doing. We have Quez Watkins, who's our number 2 wide receiver. Have you guys ever heard of him?
Yeah, he's a good FanDuel guy.
He's not bad. He does score some tutties here and there. I mean, I'll say that, I don't mind it. But that's all to say, we just never go after what we truly need. That being said, we'll probably try to draft one now. I mean, that's the only solution we have left. I mean, that's the only thing we've got. Next for me, we need a defensive end. We've got Brandon Graham coming back, and we did pick up Hassan Reddick from the Panthers in the offseason. Hassan Reddick's top 5 in sacks over the past 3 years. Nasty. Brandon Graham's getting a little older, but he's been a fan favorite for a long time. We love him. but that's about it. And instead of like going out and getting somebody else, we signed Derek Barnett to another 1-year deal, which not a lot of people were very happy about in the Philly fan base. Moving on from defensive end, more defense for you guys. We need secondary and we need linebackers. So pretty much everywhere on the defense we need. We gave up a ton of points last year. That being said, we scored a ton of points last year. I remember watching the Chiefs game, and I don't know if y'all watched that or not. It was a huge fantasy game because the Chiefs put up like 50 on us, but we put up like 35 on them. But it doesn't matter if you can't stop them, right? So linebacker, we need super duper help at linebacker. We signed this dude named Kazir White from the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
He had his best year yet for the Chargers. So it's not a terrible signing. Maybe he'll get here and be all right. But right now, that leaves us with him, TJ Edwards, Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley, and that's it. And I don't know if y'all have ever heard of those guys. I haven't really either. And if I wasn't a Philly fan, I wouldn't know who they were. But they're not good. So that's all you need to know about that. Secondary players, Darius Slay I think he's 32 years old now. So I love big play Slay. Huge pickup from the Lions a couple years ago. That man has been terrorizing quarterbacks. He's a pick six master. But like I said, he's 32. So he's getting a little bit older, and we continually get burned on deep balls. So safety, corner, defensive end, linebacker, wide receiver.
That was a hell of a breakdown.
Nice.
I have about 35 seconds of Pat's stuff that I can talk about.
Yeah.
No, that was solid. No,
Well, we knew Garrett was going to kill that.
Yeah.
Good thing, dude. I love football.
So I feel like I would have usually said wide receiver the last few years, but we got Devontae Parker. So I guess we have a solid one now.
Yeah.
Haven't had that in, a little bit. So nice to have that back. We're hurting on the secondary. Lost JC Jackson. We re-signed Malcolm Butler, but he's obviously not who he was, 5 years ago, but got him back. And then we need linebackers. Dante Hightower is still a free agent. We haven't signed him. Jamie Collins still a free agent. Haven't signed him. We got rid of the white dude from Michigan, Winovich. So we are just hurting the linebacker position. So I think with our first round pick, it's going to either be a DB or linebacker.
What pick do y'all have?
Like 20.
Okay.
20, yeah. So that's where we're at too. I think we're sitting at like 16. Pretty sure we're going to go after Derek Stingley from LSU. I've also heard talks about Sauce Gardner. So that's what scares me as an Eagles fan, right? It's like them going and drafting Sauce Gardner over Stingley, like because he might like actually bloom into something crazy like Jalen Reagor has. Don't get me on a tangent. Sorry about that.
Because he's the Sauce. What a name.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We'll probably fuck around and draft Sauce Gardner over Stingley, and then he'll be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I hope we take Quay Walker, to be real with you, from Georgia.
What's that other Georgia linebacker? Dean.
The other one?
Yeah, Dean. He was nasty too.
Oh, Nakobe Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's filthy. He'll be gone though. That's the thing. Like we're counting on him being gone.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have him. He's a freaking beast, dude.
Yeah. Monster.
Man, that big should not move that fast, dude. I'm telling you.
No. All right, Crater, back to you. I do have a question for you. I know we've talked about it a few times. We didn't bring it up at all when you were doing your Panthers recap. What's your expectations for McCaffrey this year?
I just want to see him play. I'd like to see him make it. How many games in the season are there now?
18.
18. If he could be in for 12 to 14 of the games, that would be incredible. That would be amazing. I don't know, because he comes in every year and he's acting like he's healthy, and he'll start out incredible like he always does. But I don't know. I don't know if it's like freak of nature accidents he keeps doing this, or if it's like something he's purposely, or not purposely, but like he's like doing indirectly to himself because he runs so hard. I don't know, but he's got to have some availability this year. which is the most important ability.
Did you like Chuba? Was he their backup? Yeah, he was the backup last year, right?
Yeah, he was okay. I know Garrett hated him because he tried to he picked him up when McCaffrey went down. I mean, he's not a great quarterback or a great running back. But he's kind of consistent for a low end RB guy.
Listen, dude, Chuba's a good running back. All right. He was a great running back at Oklahoma State. Okay. But he led the year, I think, and you might have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure he led the nation in fumbles like 2 or 3 years when he was in college. Like a couple years. I don't know. But that's his problem. And he's not a pass catching back, dude.
Yeah.
Like he can't, like, out of the backfield, he's not going to catch. And dude, he would drop, like, I'm talking like little option routes, like where he's just like floating out there essentially to like pick up 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, wide open. Yeah, he has terrible hands. More on McCaffrey. I wouldn't mind seeing him get pushed to like slot every now and then. Just for a little change of pace, maybe lay off some of the hits, like, or the constant hits at least.
It's honestly surprising to me how much they run him between the tackles, dude.
I mean, it's a lot of, and that was what people always said, like early on in his career, was like he can't run through the tackles, but he clearly can. But yeah, I think they abuse that a little too much.
No, he definitely can, but I'm saying you should probably like run that as a tandem with Chuba, because Chuba's bigger, much like not much slower, but he's a slower back. He's not as agile. He's more of a between tackles guy.
Right. And the Panthers have always been very good about having multiple running backs that were like very good and like rotate. Like we had D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, we had Jay Stu and McCaffrey there for a little while, and also Mike Tolbert, who was like a whole other different like weapon for us. Yeah, I mean, yeah, love fullbacks. But they're not rotating McCaffrey enough. They're abusing the hell out of him.
Yeah.
I get it because seems to be the only one that can make these plays, especially since we don't have a quarterback that can throw the ball to anybody. I mean, DJ Moore is incredible. I think he's a top 5 receiver, but he just doesn't have a guy to throw to him. Dude, his hands, his route running, he's incredible.
Right, he's a top 5 receiver.
I think if he was with a better quarterback, yeah, absolutely. That's fine. You don't have to agree with me, but I definitely.
Dude, the top 5, he's probably top 10 receiver. I will say that.
He had catch of the year last year, I'm pretty sure, didn't he?
And that matters.
Sideline.
Why does that matter?
Because he's incredible.
Oh my god.
He's a magician.
He is good, bro. He's a top 10 receiver, and he was a top 5 fantasy receiver for a little bit. I will say that.
Yeah.
But when McCaffrey went down and they didn't have a run game and everybody just dropped back, there was nothing for him to do.
And he has no quarterback to throw him the ball, which, I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Do that. No, you're right, but he's still not a top 5 receiver.
I want to pivot off that top 5 talk. Derek Carr just signed a fat contract with Vegas. So they locked him up with Devontae there now. Is Devontae going to be better this year than he has been with Rodgers with that Carr like chemistry?
I doubt that.
What kind of numbers? Chemistry.
I doubt it, but
chemistry.
Yeah, they played together in college.
Nah, I don't think that'll.
I don't think it'll overshadow the fact that he had a 4-time MVP throwing the football.
Yeah, the greatest quarterback of all time, basically throwing to him all the time.
That's ignorant. You know that's ignorant.
Yeah. Not even. He can't win.
Forgot about Brady.
Can't win games that matter.
How many MVPs does Brady have? I don't know. I'm just asking.
2.
I mean, like, he probably has more Super Bowl MVPs than he does regular MVPs, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, which one would you rather have? More MVPs or Super Bowl MVPs?
Definitely the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's got 3.
3 MVPs or Super Bowl MVPs?
Dude, MVPs. The Super Bowl MVPs always like, I don't know if he has as many as those. Because Edelman got 1.
Yeah. Well, and did Vinatieri get one time?
Shit. He's got 3 NFL MVPs, 5 Super Bowl MVPs.
I knew it, dude. I knew it.
So, if you ever try to say somebody's better than that, like, get the fuck out.
Look at this. Like, what have we started?
I'm gonna have Joe on one of these days to show you his he's got a whole PowerPoint on how Aaron Rodgers is actually the better quarterback.
And I can't wait. Cannot
Right.
wait.
I would love that. That needs to be a live show. We need to all be together for that.
I would like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, what else you guys got for this week?
Nothing really, man. I mean, hang in there. Draft week's almost here, dude. I get really stressed out as the time ticks down.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get back into it, get on a more set schedule. Try to go more of a weekly basis, kind of just hammer down draft stuff. And then once the draft is over, just getting ready, prepping for the football season. Best time of the year.
That's right.
Dude, can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna have an abundance of stuff to talk about here in a few weeks. And I'm so excited.
We might have a new Bills fan on our hands. So who the fuck
Never
knows?
know.
Got it. Hey, if that happens, I'm telling you, you got to jump through a table, and we're gonna video it. So
That's fine. Yeah, we can do that for sure. I'll accept that. Like, we can make a few rules if y'all want to as well. Like what you were saying, I got to change everything in my account.
we will.
I think you need to make a public statement.
Oh, I'll write something. I'll write it up. Yeah, but this all, like I said, this all depends on. This could be totally irrelevant come draft day, round one, pick 6.
Sidebar, Gare Bear, I hope that he does this and he roots for the Bills and then the Panthers start 4-0 because I cannot wait to see him after that.
Mm-hmm. I hope they win a Super Bowl.
And you can't celebrate.
Yep, you can't even enjoy it, dude. Your kids will know that was the year you decided not to be a Panthers fan.
That's fine. If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl for the Panthers, then I won't feel. I'll be okay with.
You mean Malik Willis?
Well, it changes. I'll be a fan. I'll be a fan if we take a quarterback.
Just any quarterback at all?
I really want Malik Willis. I'm afraid he's going to go 5th pick.
What if you traded for a quarterback? Like, what if you traded your 6th pick for a quarterback?
I think initially all I was saying was that if we don't make some sort of adjustment at the quarterback position for the 2022 season, then that's what I'm gonna base my fan.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's solid.
So
yeah. All right. So what? That's all we got this week.
That's all I got.
Good wrap.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate everyone joining us. Shout out to Thomas Palms using his music now on the intro and maybe outro. Don't know if it's going to be in this video or not, but just want to give a little shout out to Titty Pistol.
Old Titty Pistol. It might not be in this one, but we'll get it up and going. So
Yes,
yeah.
Little change of intro music for you guys.
Go
check it out on Spotify as well.
On Spotify and Apple Music.
Yeah.
Got to spice it up. But that's what we got this week. Thank you everyone for joining us. This is the Rambling Gambling Show podcast, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.